used to love while others used to pray.
He was once the heartbeat of millions, but now no one hears his voice anymore. Barry Gibb, the last living legend of the Bee Gees, is slowly fading into silence. Once the man who made the world dance to every note, Barry now lives quietly in a seaside mansion in Miami, Florida, far from the flashing cameras and roaring crowds. At nearly 80, he isn't gravely ill, but he suffers from something far more haunting: withdrawal. He rarely steps out, avoids crowds, and hasn't made a major public appearance since the Kennedy Center Honors in 2023. Surrounded by his children and grandchildren, he keeps a quiet distance, not from lack of love, but from a fear of losing control over his emotions. In his own words, "Family is all I have left, but I can't show it like normal people do." His world is built on caution. Barry avoids anything he considers dangerous: boiling water, driving at night, even standing near a gas stove. His fears trace back to a childhood accident that left scars deeper than skin. As a child, he was severely burned by a boiling teapot, hospitalized for 2 years, and afterward, he didn't speak for another 2. "I stopped believing anyone was listening," Barry later said. That silence never truly left him. It shaped his mind, his music, and the way he clings to control. Even at the height of fame, he planned every stage move, every song order. Not from ambition, but from fear that if he didn't hold everything tightly, he'd lose it all again. In the 1970s, Barry and his brothers, Robin and Maurice, became global icons as the Bee Gees. Their music defined a generation. "Stayin' Alive," "Night Fever," and "How Deep Is Your Love" became anthems of the disco era. But fame came with a cruel twist. When the Disco Sucks movement exploded in 1979, the Bee Gees went from adored to despised overnight. Their records were burned, and radio stations banned their songs. The backlash broke Barry's spirit. "You get kicked around, then one day people love you again, then kick you again," he once said. From that moment, Barry retreated into the shadows, writing songs for others like Dolly Parton and Barbra Streisand. But the joy of performing never fully returned. Then came the losses that would shatter him completely. In 1988, his youngest brother, Andy, died at just 30, a victim of addiction and a broken heart. Barry blamed himself, believing he could have saved him. 15 years later, Maurice died suddenly from a twisted intestine, and Barry didn't make it in time to say goodbye. In 2012, Robin passed away after battling cancer. "I lost 3 brothers without being their friend," Barry confessed. After that, he withdrew from the world, sinking into depression so deep that even music, once his lifeline, brought him pain. His wife, Linda, became his last anchor, pushing him gently back toward the studio. The album In the Now marked his return, but it wasn't a comeback. It was a farewell. "I'm the last survivor," he said. "But no one told me how to live as the last one." In 2018, Barry was knighted for his immense contribution to music, and in 2023, he received the Kennedy Center Honors. Standing on stage, he dedicated everything to his brothers, saying simply, "Without them, I wouldn't be standing here." There were no tears, no grand gestures, just a man who'd outlived his entire world. His later works, including Greenfield's, the Gibb Brothers Songbook, reimagined Bee Gees classics with artists like Dolly Parton and Keith Urban. The album was a success, but Barry refused to watch the Bee Gees documentary. "I can't see my brothers on screen," he said. "They're vivid, but they're not here." Today, Barry Gibb lives surrounded by memories he can't escape, and a silence that speaks louder than applause ever did. The man who once made the world sing now finds peace in small things: cartoons with his grandchildren, quiet walks at dusk, and the sound of laughter echoing faintly through the halls of his home. "I don't know if people will still remember me," he once said softly. And if they don't, that's okay. But for those who grew up with his music, his voice still lingers, not just in songs, but in the way it made the world believe that love, no matter how painful, was still worth singing about.